Welcome to 12 Minutes or Less with the Author. I'm your host, T.L. Brown, but you can call me Tracy. Let's get started. Hey there. Welcome to another episode of 12 Minutes or Less with the Author. Today I'm so excited because we have Shari T. Mitchell. She's the author of the Marnie Reilly Mysteries, which includes Divine Guidance, Torn Veil, and Fatal Vow. Raised in northern New York State, Shari's hometown and surroundings are the inspiration for her series fictional town of Creekwood, New York, which is located somewhere in the Adirondack Mountains. While Shari loves developing multidimensional characters with whom her readers can relate, her passion is plotting the twists and turns of a mystery. It feeds her analytical and creative mind. She lives in North Carolina and shares her home with her partner in crime, Harper, and their crazy rescue dogs, Dougal, Kaylee, Midget, and Mags. A 30-plus year marketer, Shari loves spending time with her family, cooking, hiking, traveling, gardening, and reading. She is often heard chatting with her characters because they natter at her constantly. You can learn more about Shari at sharitmitchell.com, and that link can be found in the podcast description along with her socials. Shari, welcome. It's so exciting to have you on the show today.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing very well, very well. I am thrilled because the third book in your series, Fatal Vow, has just been released. I have Divine Guidance, scared the bejesus out of me. I know it's the joke, but it's the truth. Fatal Vow, Torn Veil, fabulous, excellent second in series. And now, bing, we've got Fatal Vow right there. I'm so excited. And I was able to read an advanced copy, and you hit this one out of the park. So tell us about your latest mystery thriller, Fatal Vow.
Fatal Vow brings all of those little Easter eggs that I dropped in Divine Guidance and Torn Veil all together in this one. It's a huge story. It's quite complex. But Marnie Reilly, my main character, is a psychologist. She has been through an awful lot in her life, and the past year has been a shitstorm. She's got a stalker. She's got a few really horrible people wandering around her life, and Creekwood is fraught with murder. It's every corner you turn, there's a body. Not quite that bad, but it very much is the coming together of the first two books, and everything is explained. But don't worry, there's a fourth on the way, because when I leave people with a cliffhanger, I got to come back and tell them what's going on.
And as a fan, thank you for that, because like I said, I have read, I had that pre-order, that pre-copy, and yeah, I can't wait.
Yes.
I can't wait to read number 4.
Yeah. No, murder, mystery, mayhem, border collies, cute detectives, your
Very
boyfriend, Annie Gregg. It's a big story. There were a lot of pieces to pull together, and I think that readers, most of the time with mine, it isn't who you think it is, and this is definitely it isn't who you think it is.
I was really surprised. I like to think that I kind of, if you've read the first 2 books, obviously you should, you kind of go, oh, okay, I think I know where she's going to go. And then I'm like, oh, I so did not see that coming. And it worked. And it was great. It either works or it doesn't. Oh, it really worked. I was very caught up in the whole story.
For me, I always want to make sure that when someone picks up one of my books, whether it's Divine Guidance, Torn Veil, or Fatal Vow, I don't ever want them to be lost. So, like with Torn Veil, I gave a lot of backstory. So if they hadn't read Divine Guidance, it was okay. Same thing with Fatal Vow. I've given enough backstory that if they haven't read the two previous, they're going to be okay. However, you should read the two previous.
You should. I agree. I think you could pick up this third book and really still have a great reading experience, but to have the best reading experience, reading the first two, Divine Guidance and Torn Veil, that's what you need to do. Tell
Well,
me,
that's
since this, oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
it's watching the characters develop, I think, is really interesting.
Absolutely. And you have created some of my favorite characters, one of my book boyfriends, of course,
Thank
Danny.
you.
But your whole cast of characters are very complex and deep. And since this is your third book in your Marnie Reilly Mysteries, tell me, what was the biggest challenge you had writing this book compared to the first two?
Memory. I have developed what's called the Marnie Reilly Mysteries Encyclopedia. All of my characters, all of the places, all of the plot in one place so that while I'm writing, I can go back and reference it. Because, didn't you say somebody's eyes were this color in that one, but now you're saying I mean, I haven't made that mistake because the color of my character's eyes are so, the description is quite big, or precise. But it's remembering all of the bits and pieces so that everything ties together in a nice, tidy package. That's the hardest, and time, finding the time to write. And I know that some people think it sounds easy, but 90,000 words is a lot. And when you write 90,000 words, you've normally written 130,000 words and then edited out a lot. So it's not a small feat to write 90,000 words.
I agree.
And
And I
put it in a
think
book.
too, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think too, as you write in a series, I did the same thing. You seem to like write more because you do have so much to build off of from your first two books. So yeah, I can definitely see.
Absolutely.
Tell me, what
Yeah.
is in store though? Now that we have book three, yay! Tell me what's in store for Marnie and crew in book four, if you can.
Okay.
At least give a hint.
So Divine Guidance is set at Thanksgiving. Torn Veil is set at Christmas. Fatal Vow is set 4th of July. And now we come to Halloween, which seems so appropriate for a mystery thriller.
You bet.
And Marnie is going to be obsessed with building a hay maze, a promise that she made. And no doubt, there's probably going to be a body found in there at some point, but I haven't gotten there yet. But it's all going to be about Halloween, and it will come to a head Halloween. So I couldn't think of a better holiday because it'll give so much away from Fatal Vow. But book four, I mean, obviously it's going to be a big one too, because it's got to tie in the Easter eggs that I dropped um in Fatal Vow, and there are a lot of Easter eggs, plus the novella or the short story that's at the end, The Island. So that short story has given a lot of it's where the next one goes. So make sure you read it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The island is really, really important.
Well, this has been fantastic. We're coming toward the end of the podcast episode. So let me tell people first, thank you, Shari. People can
Thank you
get
so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. People can get your fantastic series, but let's just go back to right here, Fatal Vow. Fatal Vow can be found on Amazon. It is also available in Kindle Unlimited, the ebook, paperback, obviously on Amazon, but also distributed through other online retail outlets. Down below, a link to your website, a link to Amazon, a link to many of your socials. You are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Goodreads. All those links will be below. Shari, fangirling right here. Woo! You
Thank you.
are
I love your
one of
series.
my favorites.
And you're one of mine too.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
You've been
you.
a great support, and I'm glad we met. And listeners, watchers, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'll see you on the next episode of 12 Minutes or Less with the Author. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
This has been 12 Minutes or Less with the Author. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Hope you can join me for the next one. Until then, this is Tracy, aka Author T.L. Brown, signing off.